In this lab, the safety equipment required are goggles and gloves. These must be worn at all times during the synthesization of nylon because you will be working with dangerous chemicals. The materials of the nylon synthesization are a 10 milliliter pipette, glass stirring rod, 100 milliliter graduated cylinder, two 10 milliliter graduated cylinders, a 50 milliliter beaker, and the stock solutions, which should be provided by your TA. For the collection of the nylon, a glass stirring rod will not be large enough because of how much nylon is produced. Thus, we will instead be using a 100 milliliter graduated cylinder to wrap the nylon around. Once you have gotten to the point where you must mix the adipoyl chloride with the 1,6-hexadiene and sodium hydroxide solution, make sure to pour with the beaker tilted like this, and to hold the new solution in front of the vent. It should end up looking something like this. For the collection of the nylon, first grab it with the copper wire hook. This may take a few tries. And place it on one end of the cylinder. This may also take a few tries. Then wrap the nylon around the cylinder without clumping it into one area. Make sure to keep the nylon strand in the center of the beaker and not touching any of the walls of the beaker. And to keep the nylon by the vent because HCl is a product of this. You may want to consider using a larger beaker to ease the collection. Next, take your collected nylon and wash it off with a wash bottle into a waste beaker. This should get off all the remaining HCl. Once you're done with that, lay it on a paper towel to dry. Once dry, slide the nylon off of the graduated cylinder. It should end up looking something like this. Put the remaining solution in the halogenated waste and the nylon itself in the solid waste. In the second portion of this lab, you will be creating Pva slime from 4% concentration Pva and 4% concentration borax. But you will also be doing 3 variations of that formula for a total of 4 trials. Now, for adding dye, you want to add the dye during the heating process so that it dissolves fully and easily. Since you have 4 variations of the Pva slime, it is in your best interest to make every variation a different color. When mixing the Pva and borax solutions, heat and stir them on a hot plate. Once the solutions are fully dissolved, add 5 milliliters of the borax solution to the 25 milliliters of Pva. Then stir. The solutions should thicken as you stir it. Next, put the solution in an ice bath and continue stirring until it thickens completely. Once that is done, take it out of the beaker and knead it with your hands. Since we are working with non-toxic chemicals in this portion of the lab, you can dispose of your slime in the traction. However, if one of your variations is a bit soupy, add some more borax to it so it stiffens up and then you can dispose of it.